We good? We're on? Okay, it is race. Welcome to Mont Saint Anne World Championships race day. Obviously I still don't have any of my kit. One of the things I'm really missing is my tripod, but luckily we borrowed some zip ties from the Shimano guys. And we got the Ghost Cam mounted up in the tree. Women's practice is going on right now. It's Tracy Hanna. And we're going to have a look at this section. This is the final woods, the famous one from last year that had Simba's Leap, Greg Menard's big gap. We're hearing rumours that there's maybe a new one in this section. This video would not happen without all the support from the amazing people on Patreon. These are viewers who submit a little bit of cash that helps me to get to these races, make these videos. This is all them here, floating on past. They can donate different amounts, they get different benefits, you get your name in the video. At the end of the season I send out stickers for certain levels, and some of them can even submit questions for the pros. So at some point today I'm going to go around, ask those questions as well. Might cut to them now, I don't actually know. So once again, thanks to all these people on Patreon. Let's get to the video. So Martin, you came straight from EWS and North Star to Mont Saint Anne to race downhill bikes, and one of my viewers is wondering, which is rougher?
I think there's nothing like the intensity of a downhill race, so I would say the roughest was Mont Saint Anne, you
Really?
know. Obviously North Star was a big challenge.
Yeah.
But just intensity that you have to ride and the speed you have to ride in on a downhill course is just brutal.
So one of my viewers, his name's Randy, he said I was to ask you, would you rather have a fight with one Cathro-sized duck?
Yeah.
You know a duck?
Duck,
No.
Yeah.
It's like a chicken.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we'll go with chicken. Would you rather fight one chicken the size of me or 100 me's the size of chickens? It's a weird question.
I don't know, it's a really question.
This is the question.
Oh, one like you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one big duck.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was her answer. And well done today.
Thank you so much.
With seasons in the past when World Champs is the end of the year, a lot of people think that you can go all out at the end of the year because you have nothing to worry about. Do you treat this race differently, or do you treat it the same as if it was the end of the year?
For me it's better because I don't like this kind of race, like all or nothing.
Yeah.
And World Champs, when it's the last race, it's like this. So it's like, you know, everybody gonna like, don't worry about this. We go. But
Super scary.
I don't like it at all. During the season, I like it. It was like a World Cup, you know, like a bit more because you know it's World Champs, but not. Was not the same. I think.
Cool.
I felt good.
You prefer mid-season, you treat it the same as a World Cup?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, nice, thank you. One of the viewers is wondering, is there any top secret World Cup mechanic extra special things that you do to the bikes that maybe the average person doesn't know about and maybe should try?
Oh yeah, there's a little thing we do. Quite often with mixed bike I'll put, give the seals a really good clean, get all the dust away, and then put a little zip tie down inside the seal.
Oh.
And then just drip a little bit of oil around the seal.
Okay.
Keeps them.
Why the zip tie?
Well, the zip tie just kind of gets the seal out the way, so the
up.
oil can get down in there, and then it goes into the foam ring. Just keeps it extra supple, really.
Extra supple, and
Extra
that's
supple,
the
yeah.
secret.
It is. It's one of.
One of many.
It's the only one I'm willing to give out just now.
Cool. Thanks, John.
Maybe next time we'll give you more.
Okay. This is the standard line which these riders are pushing down off the left of the drop and then heading down off the next drop to the left of this skinny tree. It's smooth and it works well. You can also do the same line from the middle, but there are a few nasty jaggy rocks just on the other side of the drop. If you hit those, they will slow you down. The other main option is to do the same start, but then turn hard right to go down the right of that next skinny tree. There is a lot more turning here, but you've removed the harsh compression on the left from the equation. And at the end of a run when you're really tired, that is definitely a benefit. A couple of riders were going super tight off the inside and then holding that right hand line. The other side was super narrow for missing all the jaggy rocks, so it was really hard to make that one work well. One of the biggest things that makes this feature hard is it's completely blind as you're coming up to it. You cannot see what's on the other side until it's too late, so you have to know the angle exactly or it can end in disaster.
Transfer, you get it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. The reason what you do here is so important is that after this rock you do not brake again until you're out on the next open section. The less you can brake for this rock, the better, but you have to make the exit smooth as well to keep the speed. One man really trying to minimise the braking was Greg Minnaar. To do this he was gapping off the rock to the tiniest of little downslopes, landing leaned in and committed and then trying to send the next gap as well. He managed it the day before, but he couldn't make it stick on Sunday. He switched back to the original push down to the left and then sending the next gap. That leads us to that next feature. If you can carry enough speed off the first drop, it's possible to pull up and clear the next compression on the left line. This allows riders to stay off the brakes and actually gain a little speed if they catch that downslope nicely. It was very hard to catch it nice though, most riders were landing pretty harsh.
It's looking dry out today.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I was seeing how gnarly Greg's was. What the? I mean, I've been wanting to do this all week, so I'm just going to go for it.
The other option was to push down into the compression, but it had a few rocks in the bottom of it that slowed you down just a little bit. After that there's a few compressions and rocks with some slight variations in line, but nothing we should get distracted about. Let's watch some riders battering through and see what looks good. Right then, let's see if that treetop ghost cam did the business. First up we have Tracy Hanna rolling left and Camille Balanche rolling right. Tracy goes faster off the drop and pulls ahead slightly. Camille swings right and gets off the brakes, picking up speed and catching Tracy, but Tracy holds her off and takes this section by 0.11. Next we have both Troy Brosnan and Laurie Greenland on the gap line down the left, except Laurie hits the sharp rocks off the first drop we talked about. They both come off the drop, but notice how Laurie is more inside. He clips the sharp rocks, losing speed. That allows Troy to accelerate away and takes a massive win by 0.35 0.35 of a second, all for clipping a rock. Let's have a GT face-off with Win Masters on the right and George Brannigan gapping the left. Win nails the inside, but George sneaks in a pedal stroke before the gap, giving him more exit speed. George slots in another pedal stroke after the landing and floats off to a 0.34 victory. George was actually second fastest through this section. Now, let's see how Greg's big sender compares to Dean Lucas as fastest man in the right line. Greg disappears into the lead, but lands Squint brake checking heavily and missing the next gap. Dean flows down the right line, picking up speed, eventually passing Greg for a 0.17 victory. Greg was ahead at the edge of that second gap, and out of all the vids, that second gap was the quickest line. That means if Greg had made the double gap work, by my calculations, it would have been worth about 1 second through this section. Anyway, Greg pushed back up to roll the first gap and then do the second. Let's compare with fastest man down the right, Dean Lucas. Greg doesn't pull away quite so drastically this time, but he does hold his speed better through the next gap and accelerates down the next straight. By the finish, he beats Dean by 0.37. Anyway, Greg killed this section. So that's going to do it for the final day here at Mont Saint Anne World Champs. Race runs are about to go on, but that's practice done. There's a bit of carnage going on in here. Looks like Teo's pretty banged up, but hopefully he'll be alright. But I've got to say once again, thank you very much to all the Patreons that have made this video possible. And we got one more round this year. We're going to pack up, ship over to Snowshoe. It's a nice 16-hour drive, but yeah, we'll see you there. Cool. We thought about how to put it on, but we didn't think about how to get it off. Hang on, let me ask the crowd. Has anyone got a knife or scissors? Yes! I was like, someone has got to have something. Yes. Hooked up. What was your name?
Ryan.
Ryan, legend. Should I go serrated or?
Either.
Oh, dude, there's scissors.
Scissors on there too. Yeah.
Scissors. Thank you so much. Cool. Legend. Cheers. We got it.
So I figured I'd finally make my way to Mont Saint Anne.
There he is.
What's up? What happened to the legs here?
Bug spray and course tape.
What? Oh, D.
Yeah.
D will. Oh.
Right, okay, right, gather around guys, because my microphone sucks, so we're gonna have to get it nice and close.
Right.
So right, we just had World Champs, and as YouTubers, and you kind of act as if you know everything when you're doing your videos and doing all your riding. Like, who do you think was man of the match up there? Who really impressed you? We'll go with Deeks first.
Laurie Greenland.
Yeah.
Laurie Greenland was onto a heater until that last drop, and you're just like, no.
Yeah.
But then being old school, I wanted Greg Minnaar to win, if I'm honest.
It did seem like it was going that way, and then just everyone went faster.
That's the problem. Everyone you thought you can't go quicker, and then every rider 2 seconds quicker, second quicker. You're like, how on earth do these guys do it?
Skills, apparently, and with that, skills with Phil. What do Who was your man of the match today, or woman of the match?
Well, I had a feeling Loic was going to take it. But I felt for Troy, but I really wanted to see Hart take it again. I feel like he's been so close, hasn't gone anything lately.
Yeah.
So I would really love to see him take something again.
There were so many people that I was like, oh man, it's going to be so good if they win it, and then they would get beaten by someone else. Like, I was feeling it for Brosnan. I was like, it's been so long since he's won one. This is it. He's finally got it.
Has he ever won one?
Yeah, he won Fort William, and he won one of the other ones. Phil thinks he knows.
No, I was going to say he won Mount Saint Anne here as a junior at World Champs, I think.
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Nice to just have a mix-up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, well, thank you, Team YouTube. Good to see you. Catch you in a bit.
And if you like Ben Cathro's videos, comment what you want to see next, and there's a big ball there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
No, smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, just downvote, unlike, flipping, just unsub. We'll see you some other time. Look at that beast.
I'll get you one for Christmas.
Oh, thank you.